Is it necessary to change employment contracts to reflect GDPR requirements?
Don't think it's necessary to change the contracts, but you would need to inform your employees in a privacy notice how you're using the data, how you are using their data.
Yeah.
And it's something we used to having quite a lot, like questions in the first few months we were doing this, but they've become less as people have realized that consent is not the way to deal with employee data.
Yeah.
And as we've discussed, consent really is about having a genuine, giving people genuine control over their data. And if you're an employer, and you're dealing with employee data, it's not there isn't a kind of equal relationship there. You are kind of in charge of them as employees. You're in charge of their data. That way, you'll need to send information to HMRC, and you'll need to rely on legal obligation to do that, not consent, not any other reasons. So you need to tell your employees how you're going to use their data, like you would anyone else, because GDPR makes employee data just like any other data that you're dealing with as an organization. So you do need to inform them in a privacy notice, like you would anyone else. You need to keep it secure and safe, like you would anyone else's data. And again, review your contracts. Look at what it says. Look at how you've worded them, and if you need to change them, then change them. But I wouldn't just change them for the fun of it. Just make sure that you're doing it right.
And your data mapping or your data audit and your impact assessments, that should tell you what kind of data you're holding anyway on employees.
Doing data audits should really throw up the answers to if and what you need to change. And it's never too late to do a data audit if someone hasn't. But doing a data audit is a very good way to investigate the flow of data through your organization. That's both employee data and customer data, and see what you might need to change.